Hello and welcome to today's No FOMO Charts TA live stream. It is Sunday, September 25, 2022, just after 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today we're going to go over stocks and crypto and looking forward to what we have going on this week. So to start off, we're looking at S&P 500 futures, ES1 exclamation point. This is paid data from TradingView. Before we start, just want to say welcome. Hello, everyone on TradingView, YouTube, and Twitch. If you have a request for a crypto or stock ticker, just let me know in the live chat so we can get to it. Quick review. Last week, we had the FOMC here in the USA, the Federal Reserve, the statements, the interest rate increase of 75 basis points, which is going to affect the inflation and mortgages and rent and food prices, energy prices in the USA, and it's having a trickle effect as well to other European countries around the world who are adjusting their interest rates at their central bank as well. So we had a fierce sell-off for about 1 month straight, 30 to 40 days. So this is one of the, thank you so much, Steve from TradingView, for the boost, appreciate it. So we had this sell-off, right? This is one of the scenarios I've been talking about actually on my stream for maybe a month now, is that support, the price support here on the lower side, right? The circle, I even circled it from last time on the blue, is the support area that we're supposed to touch. Okay, so if we just look back in most recent history, June to July, now in this blue box here, right? It did not just the price did not simply fall down to the yellow trend line support and then bounced. It actually hesitated here for about 1 month. So I'm anticipating something like that could happen again. So potential price scenarios that I'm watching out for, and we're on the day chart right now for investors, is the Asia session and the European sessions are in process right now. Looking at the news, the Asia session, some of the indexes are selling off about 2% gap down today, which is expected off of this news, right? But what I'm looking for is maybe some kind of carbon copy of this price action where it falls down below support. The day trade is boosted up, rally it up for about a day or two. The bears short it down again. And then once all the fear has subsided, the fear selling, we might find a temporary short bottom, a temporary support bottom, and attempt a rally. Okay, so it's not going to play out like that 100%. I'm just saying the general idea is that whenever we crashed, either it's a V-shaped recovery, which is the day traders, or government fundamental news that's flipping around the price, or we're holding support, or we're going to get a trend change like in the box, the blue box. So those are the multiple scenarios, meaning we can reject down in a bearish scenario if the news is bad. Let's say if war gets worse, if COVID gets worse, if inflation gets worse, interest rate increases get worse for the next 6 months, or 3 months, 6 months, we could keep falling down. Hopefully, though, we will find a support level and then attempt at least a rally attempt, okay, to cool off the shorting from the market, because low, high. If this is our lower high, that's very not good. We almost had a double bottom, but we lost the support. Low, high, lower, low. So I'm expecting at some point we're going to get some lower high bounce, just like the June as well. Let's take a quick look. Weekly weekly selling off is happening as well into the support. The week has not really started yet. It's testing our 200 EMA support. Our day chart has just barely touched the entry side of the low RSI, but I like to see more confirmation. We did try to test around that pivot point. The H4 chart is just right at the trendline support. So that's what I'm saying. Certain stocks are either at support, like this, at support, we lost the support, or it's nearing the support. So everything this week or for the next 30, 40 days as a swing trader, I am thinking about support plays, Will we lose or fail? Test or fail? Are we going to bounce or not? Are we going to bounce up or are we going to break down and crash down? Right? Those are all things I'm thinking about as a swing trader. It's not all about the charts right now. 75 basis point increase. And then we're going to have in the next 3 months at least a 100 to 125 additional basis point increase for interest rates, which means there's multiple combinations how we get there. 75 basis point increase in November and maybe a 50 point in December, or vice versa, any number of combinations, or it can change as well depending on the data. All right, so the 1 hour, it's not super low oversold. It is still for our swing trader time frames, it's downtrending. So I'll be careful here. Trying to catch the bottom might be a little tricky on this. 15 minutes not quite super oversold yet. We're in clear downtrends, right? 5-minute domino. I call it the domino effect. We lose the 5-minute, downtrend. We lose the 15-minute, downtrend. We lose the hour, downtrend. We lose the 4-hour, downtrend. We lose the day as well, downtrend. We're downtrending on 5 time frames, 6 time frames, right? So hopefully people understand that. I saw news on CNBC today about buying the dip strategy not working. This is why I do not buy the dip when we're in a downtrend. When in a downtrend, the dip is not the bottom. This is not the bottom, this is not the bottom, etc. So the dip that we're coming up into, that we're creating right now, might not even be the bottom of the market, right? It's a tradable bottom at some point. But is it the end of inflation? In my opinion, no. Not yet. Because why am I harping on the fundamentals so much is because the biggest problem right now for economically is inflation and interest rates. So until inflation numbers come down, so we're going to have to keep, not we, but the Federal Reserve and the USA government institutions, financial institutions are going to keep increasing interest rates, right, in an effort to reduce inflation. Once inflation and interest rates have stopped and bottomed out, then we should see the recovery in both the stock market and the housing market as well. So, but the timeline the FOMC chairman Jerome Powell laid out for that could take anywhere from an additional 1 to 3 years, right? Hopefully we'll start to see signs in 1 year. Now, if you're in my Discord, one moment while I open that up. I did release the weekly watch list for this week. Let's pop that open here on the screen. Okay, screen's back. So this week we have BlackBerry earnings. These are not really significant companies that are gonna, shake the market. It's not Apple, it's not JP Morgan. These are some of the other smaller companies, but they're still more meme style companies. BlackBerry, Bed Bath & Beyond. So meme day traders, option traders, they're looking at that. Micron Technology, Nike, CarMax, some investors are looking at that in terms of earnings, and Rite Aid, which has some vaccine related earnings possibly. And the big economic data for this week, the Fed Chair Powell is speaking again, Jerome Powell. It's not the press conference officially, but he's going to speak on, I believe it's Tuesday and Wednesday. And then on Friday is the core PCE, personal consumption expenditures price index. This is the inflation number that Jerome Powell, the Fed chairman, is referencing. Okay, so CPI data, that's what the news, that's like, he said, the Federal Reserve does not look at CPI data. The PCE data is more reflective of current inflation levels. So this is what everyone's staring at. This is Friday in the morning. Okay, also in between, we have final GDP in terms of the last quarter over quarter, the new home sales, pending home sales, because of what's happening with interest rate. That's going to be on the news, and consumer confidence and social sentiment as well. So these economic data, this will have an effect in the short-term day trading as well. Also, the housing market, we're seeing more information about mortgages and rent issues, mortgages going over 6.6 or over 6% in terms of monthly payments, and rent also above, I believe, 5%. Building has been slowed for a year. The only good thing for COVID really related news is that global travel requirements are easing up for the next month. And I know Many people went on vacation last month and this month. So why am I talking about all that? Because it all matters. It's all factoring into the mentality, the psychology of how people and investors are viewing the market. We had one of the highest volume of put options in the S&P 500 on Friday, meaning we had severe fear, severe selling off last week. So for me, again, closing that out, that news section out, is at some point, I'm looking for the bounce. Okay? That's all I'm saying. At some point, I'm looking for the bounce. I'm probably going to play it to the best I can. Now, on going to NASDAQ. NASDAQ, we hit our support level. Okay, now we have multiple trend line support on the way down. We lost our gray line of 11.8K. Now, might have to bring up some EMAs. Still in the daily downtrend. The pivot, we're right at this S2 pivot support area. So even without these indicators, we could still derive the support levels of 11.4K, 11.35K, and 11,000K. I should say, quick rewind back to S&P 500. I was talking to my colleagues about this, is the support play. If we lose support of 3,600, 3,650, okay? If we lose 3,600, 3,650, we're in big trouble. If it keeps downtrending beyond that for the next 6 months down, the market's in big trouble because we're hitting our 2022 lows in the price right now. So if we don't, we need to hold and bounce. That would be normal trading. That would be normal investing, right? If we hit the bottom here and then we have some kind of support play bounce, at least to like 11,600, 11,700, somewhere here, bounce up halfway, and then maintain a downtrend, that would be normal. It's abnormal to just crash forever. That's not normal, right? At some point, we will have day trading bounces for the 5-minute, 15-day traders. We will have 1 hour, 4 hour setups, but they take about maybe 30 days, 20, 30 days, 40 days to set up, right? So we're entering into that left side of the setup right now. So patience, emotional control, that's all needed right now. And just doing a little bit of planning and studying and trying to see, okay, where am I going to enter the market? What stocks do I want to buy? I'm already thinking about that, right? And that comes with the experience and knowledge of being a trader and investor in the market. So we are in this low RSI range area, is seeing if the trend line support can hold and horizontal support can hold. However, again, if we start to lose 11,000 on the NASDAQ, 11,300, and we downtrend, we're going to see some panic on the news and from investors, right? Anyone holding right now, if it keeps crashing down, could be some additional fear sell-off, right? And it might take a little bit of a momentum refresh, like I used to say, is right here in terms of the blue circle, late August, early September, we faded down quite a bit. It faded down for about 2 weeks before you had the bounce, right? That could happen again. You could fade down for this entire week and then bounce up in October. Also, it's the last week of the month, so watch out for that as well, right? Hourly, not quite super oversold, just downtrending, right? I want to see some support levels. I want to see some support levels before I enter the market. I want to see like a bullish momentum or an uptrend attempt, a double bottom. There's nothing right now. So I'm going to need to see a couple more days of data. The market needs to prove that we're going to hold this support line and possibly uptrend, right? This is the kind of price action you want to see as a trader, a swing trader. The reversal, little day trade bounce. Okay, we fall down, no problem. Hold this support, upside down, head and shoulders, rally attempt, higher low, uptrend, boom. Right there, earnings reaction positive. You want to see that in the market if you're a swing trader. So we're kind of in the middle of that question mark right now, the question mark box. So just give me a heads up of some price action that might happen. All right, let me go a little faster here. But the general concept that I'm saying right now can be applied to almost every stock in crypto. That's why I'm spending so much time. This is like half education, half news type of half data, technical analysis kind of stream right now. So look at Dow futures, Dow Jones. Now this made the news in terms of the big Loss of support here. We try to have a hammer candle. Asia market, Asia futures, they're selling, traders, they're selling it off a little bit. See what Europe does overnight. But at the same time, if we look at the trend line support, we did lose it, and this is the second or third time. So this is what I'm saying. We might get lucky here with a higher low V-shaped recovery bounce. Possible. But the problem, June, July, is we had earnings. We had good earnings. That's why we rallied. So we have earnings coming up in October again in about 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks. So basically, we might get a repeat. It's possible. Okay, so the same kind of logic thinking applies, except for this one, we lost the 200 EMA. All right, but we're getting to that low daily RSI range. Momentum is building on the 4 hour. The 1 hour, we still haven't had a higher low yet set by day traders. So I'd like to see that happen in the rally attempt if we can get that going. Not quite oversold yet. That's why I would not jump in just yet. Might give it a day or two, or you want to at least see the price action. Prove to me, where's our support? Where do I want to enter? We're bouncing off last week's pivot. 15-minute, that people are attempting, they're trying to save it. They're trying to save it. But we'll see what happens tomorrow at 9 a.m. USA trading. Okay. Just take a quick glance at some of the big names, the big movers in tech. Apple. Let's see, Apple earnings on when? November. So earnings is starting in about a month from now, approximately. So, we might not see a huge rally until this next earnings period. In terms of the tradable bottom, as we can see, Apple, our lead bull, used to be tech lead bull 3 months ago, is in a downtrend right now, but it's not extreme oversold. It's downtrending, but not extreme for Apple. Not yet. All right, that's why I pull up this Fibonacci and see where are we at. The 618, it's hovering above that right now, above the 147 level. And on the day chart, the 4 hour, maybe we might get a double bottom. It's possible, right? If the Dow Jones, the QQQ, and Nasdaq and the S&P SPY holds up, maybe we get a little double bottom and then try to bounce, consolidate. That would be a nice scenario if we could go sideways at least for Apple. Okay, let's take a quick look at Tesla. So Tesla was trying to hit the ascending triangle, but I remember saying multiple streams ago, watch out for the 314, 315 resistance here on the top. You see that right here? I was saying watch out for that. So we had our initial double top pullback, day trading oversold bounce up into the 50% retrace into the same resistance. And I was saying, if we don't break out above 315, watch out for this support here on 280, the blue dot, which we exactly hit. So that was very playable. I shorted NVIDIA myself. If you're in my Discord, I shorted NVIDIA multiple times last week. It's very profitable last week. So this was definitely here. The setup was here. I was calling it multiple streams ago, and it played out almost exactly to the dot. Right. So technical analysis works if first have to do it correctly, but just have to put some little bit of work and effort into it, and then sometimes like this, you get perfect setup, perfect short or perfect put setup. Resistance hitting our 200 EMA actually went a little bit below that. But psychologically, when you see a lot of red, we do not want to run away from the market. We do not want to run away from charts. You actually want to chart more. You want to plan more. You want to work a little more on it. Just a little bit, even 5 minutes more. Can make all the difference. So now that we hit that circle, okay, moving forward on our 1 hour, 4 hour, we just hit the oversold level. Our 1 hour, it's building momentum. So we could see a bounce. We could see a swing trading bounce this week or next week, right? There's a little baby upside down head and shoulders, the little mini one that's holding right now. The market's not open right now, so that's why it's not 100%. But we're coming in this downtrend and it's going sideways. That's good. Momentum's building, oversold. Okay, we could see a nice bounce up to about 282. See if I could play this. I'm not sure if I'm going to play this personally, but if I was going to play it, give it some wiggle room, because we might, in the day trading 9 a.m., 9:30, it might crash first one more time before an attempted rally attempt. That's what happened on NVIDIA last Thursday and Friday. So we want to see, it might not go 6%, might go 3% to this EMA target here, the 618 target, and 1.5% stop losses in order 271. So the target's resistance 285, 280, and it's stop loss support 271. Hopefully we don't lose that. If you lose it, then hands off as a bull, hands off. And 265 is our support on the left side, right? Tesla has been holding up nicely though, right? Not every stock has rallied up like that. Okay, let's go. Let's just take a quick look at the other tech stocks. I'm not going to analyze them, but just take a visual look and see what happened here. Google lost its support. If we just look at the left side, so we know we're in a downtrend on the daily. I'm gonna turn that off. Google lost our support. And when it's floating in the air like this, it's actually not. Hold on, the chart's bugging out on me. There are hidden supports all over the place. So we have to look left to find that. Oh, so we're hesitating right above the gap support here on the left side. Okay. So the next level down, 95 support. I'm looking right here on the left side. No, 2 years ago, $92, $85, $82 kind of range ish, but measuring the entire giant blue box consolidation box, that's a plus or minus 15%. So negative 15% would take us down to 87.62. I would love to buy Google at 87.62 or even 80, right? Because that was pandemic levels, the other side of the left mountain, right? But when we're in a downtrend, okay, when we're in a downtrend, buying the dip strategy it does not always work, because if it's not the bottom, then the dip is just a relative low and it's going to go lower, right? So that's why I'm not going to jump in the market too fast. You learn that as a trader. Jumping too fast or trying to catch falling knives, very dangerous, so to speak. Amazon, losing the 618, we hit all our support levels on the way down in the clear downtrend. Let me make this bigger. Lower low, lower high, lower low. Okay, so is it going to round out here and retest the 50% 120 price is our target. Support level 108 as a swing trader. Give it some breathing room. It's right at the support pivot point. 4 hour oversold, 1 hour oversold, 15-minute, not quite oversold, but trying to hold its own price stability on the support side. So I'll be looking for that. I am curious if that is going to happen this week or not. Next, Microsoft testing its 50%. We hit all our support levels on the way down. So why am I giving these support levels? Because if somebody's a bear, that's the play to make, right? You lose this support, you short it down. You lose this support, you short it down, right? You lose this support, you short it down. That's why I'm giving those setups. Educational, you can do whatever you want with it. Bull setups, the same thing. If I see a support level and I mark it on the charts, that might be a place maybe I want to buy. Initiate the long, initiate the long, initiate the long, sell the long at the top. Okay, let me finish up Microsoft. So just in case right now, right, we're double bottom on the RSI on the bottom side right here. The 4 hour is starting to build a little bit of bullish momentum, but it might go a little oversold in this day trading time frame. In the morning, we have this strange trend line. This almost looks like bots. This almost looks like a bot algorithm play. So I'll watch out for this on Microsoft. A lot of trading is algorithmic. So a scenario we could see is we could sell off on Monday morning and then rally in the longer term time frames, or it's going to sell off and crash, right? So either way, that's a short or long setup psychologically. Microsoft doesn't move that much, so I might have to wait for that one. Okay, we have a question. VLCN EV stock. Okay. All right, but before we go look at VLCN, the health, if you want to look at the EV sector, okay. Let's take a just quick look at the price action of Tesla so you get a visual, right? So I'm on Tesla right now. So we know that it uptrended and basically went sideways, and there's a risk here on the double top, right? If you look at some other ones, if we go to NEO, right? kind of similar, sort of. It rallied, went sideways, but it's at a relative resistance point on the day chart. I'm talking resistance above like $25. So Neo has some it's almost like Google. Neo's in a huge range right now. But what else? Some of the old ones like DOGE ones, Rivian. Right, so this one is very, very correlated with Tesla, right? It's almost the same thing. Rally into the double top. So if you lose the support on Rivian, $31, watch out for that. If this thing can short down negative 30%, back down to 2020 43 lows. There's hidden Fibonacci all up in here, right? Another one like an Arrival type of stock. That one just got shorted down to nothing. What about like XPEV, right? XPEV, some of the foreign stocks, EV, like Chinese EV stocks not doing well. XPEV just completely oversold, but it might bounce at some point, right? In terms of just trading and you don't care about the company fundamentals that much, like short-term trade, not investment, you know, once this thing bounces, excuse me, once this thing bounces, you might get, you know, 20% volatility here, but it's dangerous because it's a foreign company, right? It's unpredictable. XPEV, what else did I see recently? There's like a Li Auto, right? Li Auto, a Chinese EV maker. You know, they had this nice bullish setup and sold off, but it's not quite correlated with Tesla and the US sector. But there's a lot of momentum building on this, like the day and the 4 hour and such like that, that, you know, you might get a little bounce of a 15-20% on Li Auto at some point. Maybe, right? Look at one more, just like an American company, Ford. Just take a quick look at Ford right now, and it's pulling back to a very, very long-term 618. This is like lifetime 618, I think, of Ford. But also, right, maybe a bounce potential. Okay, so with all that in mind, let's look at VLCN. Let's just take a quick look at this company, Volcon. Okay, listed on the NASDAQ, pretty low volume. You know, negative EPS, 17 million short shares float. So it moves, it can move like a Bitcoin type of thing, right? I'm not going to look too much at the earnings or whatever. Okay, so if we're just talking about price action, this looks to me like almost like a Robinhood stock. There might be a correlation there with Robinhood. So it's kind of like a meme play a little bit. Fibonacci this. So right now it's currently in a daily uptrend. Okay, so this is very much correlated with Tesla. It's not correlated with like XPEV or Li Auto. This thing is in the uptrend right now. The most important note to make is the support level yellow trend line that I'm drawing. So the Fibonacci, we can erase that. It's the yellow line that's very important right here. So sometimes what happens is when we have an uptrend on any stock, right? As soon as it loses the support level, if it does this, bounces and goes down, then it's going lower. That's how we would know it's going lower. Right now, it's like yellow light, saying maybe if Tesla survives, this stock might survive. If Tesla crashes, this stock will most likely crash. So the price action that will change it for me is if, and this could take months, it could take 1 month to play out like this. You lose the support, it bounces attempt, and then it sets a lower high and then keeps going down. If it has really bad earnings, like here back in March, it could continue to crash. So the support levels of $2.30, $2 even, and like a 175, I would watch out for that. However, that's the bearish scenario. However, if it holds that support level 230 and then rallies again, then it's okay. We're in good shape. And then maybe over here, it might crash on earnings next month or 2 months from now, right? So it's very, very dependent on Tesla. This is a very low price stock. It's basically like $1 penny stock. It's $2.35. It will, with 17 million shares float, it will not take a lot of money to crash this thing down. So just be careful. Just be careful. This one is like a yellow light. It's not red critical. I would say like Li Auto is kind of red critical. XPEV is red critical. This one, not really yet. So it's up to your discretion. This is not financial advice. But I just gave 2 scenarios. What's going to happen if it goes down and what's going to happen if it goes up. So hopefully that helps you. Hopefully that helps you. 5-minute downtrending, 15-minute downtrend, 1 hour down. It's the 1 hour. See, it's getting a little suspicious. 1 hour already lost it. It was going up and it's going a little down here. So we need to hold above $2 for sure. 100% we need to hold above $2 on this stock. It could crash down, pierce down to $2. If it rallies up again, great. If it doesn't, big trouble for this stock in the short-term price. The 4 hour is still uptrending though, so this could actually be the support level. So I wouldn't worry until you lose that. Like if I was holding this, that's how I play it. Just kind of leave it until $2. But if it loses it and it seems like it's not going to go well, it depends on where somebody bought too. Like if somebody bought at $3, then they're only feeling mega pain, right? If somebody bought it down here at $1.20, then you're up. Then that trader's up and up 100%, and then you can kind of let it ride. But the way the market is right now is it's volatile, right? So it's much higher risk to hold a stock like this now compared to holding any stock like 2 years ago. Does that make sense? So if the whole market keeps crashing, then there's a higher chance that all these EV stocks cannot hold and then they'll crash too. So if Tesla falls, then all these EV stocks might fall too. So just watch out for that. It's not financial advice. It's a good educational lesson though. It's good. Also, the last thing I'll say about this is some stocks, they're starting to build like a upside down head and shoulders. So that's a super bullish pattern that can happen as well. But the opposite is also true, that this could just be one giant lower high and we could retest lows as well. So I have to watch out for that. Okay, let me move on. Let's see. Just take a quick look. I'll go a couple more minutes. Just watch out for some of these meme stock earnings plays that's going to happen. And I'm not recommending this as a trade. I'm just saying this is probably going to happen in the market this week. So BlackBerry is still in the downtrend. This is one of the meme stocks. They have their earnings coming up on September 27th. So just watch out for the support, $5, $4.70 area, right? Lower low, lower high. If it's really bad, you hit that lower low. Where's here? 439, 380, looking left to 330. Okay, just saw some breaking news about some currencies weakening against the dollar. Okay, so it just means people are selling off, people are shorting. Makes sense. All right, so watch out for that on the support side, the resistance side, 621 to 714. Okay, just note that here on the charts for next time. I'm not the biggest earnings trader. But if there's predictable volatility, if there's big volatility, I will take part. But sometimes if it's a very crowded trade, I just pass. I just pass. Great. Hope that helps, Steve, on TradingView. If anybody has requests on YouTube or Twitch, just let me know before we end today. We can do some crypto and then we'll sign off. So Bed Bath Beyond. It's unfortunate what happened to this company. But this is a mega trade. I don't really like to show this because this would produce massive FOMO and a lot of people would have lost tons of money. But I'm showing it now because we have on the right side this huge head and shoulders that was visible. Didn't quite break all the way down, but we get some conservative targets. -30, -50. They hit the -30 target, right? But this is an example of something going from a FOMO uptrend like this into a downtrend, and then AKA do not touch it anymore as a long, right? This thing got destroyed. Now you could see it in the descending wedge with a -30 to -90% setup. It could go -25% if this thing keeps fading down. So we'll see, right, what happens with this company. All I'll say is just call out the support levels. It's testing at 656 level. There's a gap right here on the left side, 553, and the lower 448. So if it, you can see lower low can hit any of those right here in the blue circle. 1, 2, 3. Or if it bounces, if it tries to have a breakout for whatever short squeeze reason, you get 755 resistance, $9 resistance at the top. So I'll just leave those there. Okay, next. We'll do 2 more stocks and move on. Micron got downgraded. That's why it didn't really bounce. So I didn't trade Micron. I was going to, but it got downgraded and then it lost. I was going to trade the support level. I was going to try to play this either long or short last week, but it got downgraded, so I just moved on. But Micron in the downtrend, you see the big trend line resistance on the top. This is why just drawing like couple lines helps so much. Right, just putting in a couple minutes work for each stock, whatever I'm doing. And you can gain so much understanding from it, right? I drew 3 trend lines, and now I understand what's going on. With this, you get a resistance on top, you get a support on the bottom. Maybe look a little bit more left, some additional supports, and now we're moving in the analysis, right? Resistance, resistance. So now I have this thing boxed in on all corners, the price. So, okay, it is at this lower support level right before earnings. So if we get a nice earnings pop, the upside down head and shoulders, there's momentum building here on Micron. On the 4 hour for swing trading, it's all anticipation of the earnings on September 29 a.m. setup. Let's get a Fibonacci here. Let's see from the bottom to the top of 2022, and we could see some general targets we might hit. Bullish target 5179, 5409, and 5847 on the resistance top side. The support levels, if we break down 47, 48, 45, or 48.66. I'll watch for those levels. Last stock we'll do is Nike. So here's a play where, you know, this, for example, the support failed and we broke down. So this was a temporary short term. It almost hit the 8%, almost. It only went 6%. So, you know, educational wise, sometimes got to put a stop loss and sell. Like I remember I sold, this is March 2022. This is really old setup. But I sold some other stocks. I traded some other stocks at that point. So we had these multiple gaps. And even the old trend lines, right, still exist. Just drag it out. That's why I like to use extended trend lines, so I don't have to manually do that. Extend it out. And then we lost that support trend line, and then we're here now. So we had a support on this stock at 99 and 117. So it's a consolidation play. It's sort of like Google just lost the support level right before earnings. So just watch out for that. Probably measured move of this consolidation, plus or minus 10 to 19%. Negative 10% would be 89. Negative 20 would be 80. Reverse is true. Bullish 108 targets, 118 targets. So I will note that for next time. Okay, let's move over to crypto. If you have a crypto request, go ahead and type it into the live chat and we'll get it analyzed before we sign off today. We're looking at total market cap. Take a sip of water, 1 moment. Okay, we're back. Total market cap. All right, so the big picture, crypto still in its long-term downtrend for 1 year, long-term downtrend. We are going into approaching the descending triangle. All right, so now what the bulls need to prove and defend is the support level on the bottom. It's all about support this week. It's all about uptrends, trend, and support. This blue line above 790 billion. Can the bulls hold? Can we defend that in crypto, right? Still a downtrend. Weekly. I know we have this weekly momentum setup. We could have, so we'll talk about the long-term investment strategies, right? If crypto market double bottoms above 800, above 750 billion, that's a huge range. First of all, that's a 20% range. But if we hold above that, if we double bottom, that would be the best case scenario for bulls, right? Hold the support level, a blue support level, double bottom here, retest here, and then form a new uptrend for the next 1 to 2 years. Hopefully inflation goes down, interest rates go down, stock market, crypto market will revive at some point. That's the bullish scenario. Scenario 2 is just consolidation. You just tighten up in this range as we wait for more clarity. Bearish is we immediately lose that support level bounce, and then the downtrend continues, right? So you could see it, the market hesitating. When it tightens and squeezes like that, it means nobody really knows what's happening in terms of trader psychology, right? We have to wait for the events and the news to play out, or the price action, either one. So on the daily chart, it's not quite super oversold. So there's some room here for crypto to crash a little more, just like June, July, just like stock market. Let it crash a little more, hold a little bit, and see if we can uptrend and get out of here or not. 4 hour, it's still in the downtrend. Little suspicious price action right here. Almost not quite upside down head and shoulders, but maybe, right? So if it breaks above 912 billion overnight or next couple days, that'll be very nice. And price action here would be about 2.3%. That's a lot for the index. That's our bullish target. And for now, okay, actually it's 5%. 5% from the breakout, which is a lot. That's 950. And if we lose that 5%, 817. So it's a huge range right now. But we want to see if we can hold that support. Not quite super oversold. So, you know, a quick bounce. Everything's downtrending still on the 4 hour, on the 1 hour, on the 15. You can really see that in terms of this pattern right here. That. So you can see there's plenty of open space to crash down, and the 5 minute as well. Okay, so let's go to Bitcoin itself. Finally, we have arrived at crypto. And please keep in mind, the reason why I go down my list like this is it's good to have habits, right? When I look at the market, because I looked at the entire, not the entire, but the index of USA stock market, understand some meme stocks, understand EV stocks, which are hot, understand tech, which has some relationship with crypto. So I always go down the same list if I have time, and it just keeps me, you know, step-by-step checklist. Instead of just jumping to my one stock and not ignoring everything else in the world, that doesn't help, right? If somebody's just focused on their one penny stock or their altcoin and they don't understand what's happening in the broader market, or the lead bull, or the lead, what's it called? The lead market cap stock asset of your sector, the relative strength leaders, I have to pay attention to those as well. Okay, so Bitcoin. All right, so big picture here is, where are we? Well, we're right above the 786 level. Okay, so if in a long term, same three scenarios applies. If we don't hold, if we cannot hold above 18,000 support, bearish scenario, pull back down even to $13,000 crypto Bitcoin. It's not impossible. Not impossible. 32% measure move down takes us exactly to 12,500 area. So this week, this month, next 3 months, this support level is extremely important. Extremely important. If we could double bottom, great. If it's double bottoms and it, so now we're looking at consolidation. Okay, if it just goes sideways, that's still a decent trade. We could go back to $22,000 Bitcoin if we hold this. So stop loss of like a 10%. That's a 25% move. Beautiful trade. If it happens, I might do it myself. We'll see what happens, right? If the support holds. Now, super bullish is we get that double bottom price action. Get this double bottom price action, right? You hold that support and have massive breakout. And if we have an uptrend continuation, that's the best case scenario for bulls on crypto. So as it stands right now, we're stuck in a descending triangle. So descending triangle play is, it's tilting in favor of the bulls to break down. It's a bearish pattern. But if we hold the support and rally, that would be very, very good for anybody holding crypto or wanting to enter into a swing trade. So to get the targets, Resistance 20,000, 22,000, 25, and then 618, which is 30,000. Maybe we'll get there. We'll see. Support level 18,000, 17. And you might be thinking, oh, these numbers are too easy. Well, from a certain perspective, it is easy, support and resistance, right? What's not easy or what's emotionally hard for people is if they bought at 30,000, 50,000, $60 Bitcoin and they're holding it till now, it's very, very painful financially, mentally, emotionally, right? But for me in crypto, I'm cash right now. So that's my mentality is wherever we're going to hold the support, I'm going to buy back in and play the trade, right? But watch out for inflation, the stock market lows, the interest rate reactions, right? And if I'm very, very conservative with my setups, is it oversold right now in this moment in time? No, it's not. It's downtrending below EMA, consolidating to the side, meaning traders are hesitant right now to enter in, maybe because of fear or indecision. Right? The immediate setup is 7% plus or minus in the next like 1 to 2 weeks for Bitcoin. So there's volatility. Hourly going sideways. So I would watch this. If you're a Bitcoin trader, investor, or swing trader, I would watch this very carefully. This hourly, this 4 hour symmetrical triangle right here inside of our descending triangle. This is the plus or minus 7% I'm talking about. So we either going to 20,000 or we're going to 18,000 basically. So that would affect all altcoins as well. The fact that we're not super oversold or super overbought is people are not trading as much right now. So just watch out for it. All right, we'll move on to Ethereum at USDT. All right, so same deal with Ethereum. Same deal with Ethereum is we topped out here at a mega head and shoulders, which hasn't played out yet completely. If it's a mega head and shoulders, this thing, Ethereum, should crash -50 to -80% to the downside. You could say, oh, that's impossible. Well, it's happened before. 2018, 2019, the Bitcoin Cash Civil War and the end of the market rally. Ethereum crashed -95% from its relative high. If it's going to do that again, -95% is $220 Ethereum. I would love to buy $220 Ethereum. So keeping that mega oversold, super bearish target in mind, where are we right now? All right, low, high, low, high. We're trying to, looks like the market's trying to make a higher low on Ethereum and try to save the market, right? The bulls, they're trying to hold it. So Ethereum is not at the support that Bitcoin is at. Bitcoin is somewhere here. Ethereum would have to crash down to 1,000 to really test this 2020 lows. So that's fine. It's normal. But again, what I want to point out here is when it bottomed out, went to the side triple, you had this oversold and then uptrend reversal. That's what I'm saying. If someone wants to trade, swing trade crypto, maybe try to look out for something like that. It only happens like every couple months. But the profit potential on that was like 80%, 90% profit potential. It's 100%. So somebody could have captured 25 to 50% of that, right? So that's what swing trading is all about. Now it's descending, right? Downtrending on Ethereum. So you could bounce and get one more leg down, and you want to see some kind of oversold on whatever time frame you're looking at. Just to make sure you're getting some decent price and you're not buying accidentally at the top of the move. Just very general guidelines, not financial advice. Just general guidelines, general strategy we're talking about here, general indicators. We lost that trend line, not good. Now we have a new trend line. Where are we now? Here in this channel. So as long as we hold above 1200, we're in good shape. But if this wants to really 1200 bounce to 1400, beautiful, then one more leg down to 1000, probably something like that. It's in the daily, I mean, it's in the 4-hour downtrend. Hourly oversold, just like Bitcoin. Now we're seeing the market, the correlation, symmetrical triangle. The same triangle with the 4% volatility, 1357 resistance target, like 1250 bearish target. Watch out for that. All right, finally, if it's starting to hold here, I'll watch out for that very, very carefully and see if I want to enter that trade on good risk reward. On the daily, there's plenty of open space down here to keep collapsing. So I would not say Ethereum is not dead for trading until it loses $1,000 Ethereum. That's the big, big line in the sand at the bottom. So just watch out for that. Binance Coin. You might be wondering, why is this guy doing the big cryptos? Why not do a small crypto? Well, it depends on liquidity requirements. But the larger market cap cryptos are generally more reliable than, say, the brand new crypto that's 1 penny or 10 cents or 5 cents, right? I'm just saying penny coins, penny stocks, we're gonna watch out for those. Very, very volatile. Sometimes playing Apple or Tesla or Bitcoin or Ethereum is the play, to be honest, right? In terms of, because it's not going to crash on you negative 50% in one day. But then also the gains are smaller. So it depends on somebody's account, risk tolerance, experience, knowledge, etc. Okay, so Binance Coin, the long term here, 2020 to 2022 trend line support is being tested now as we speak. It is being tested now. This is a very, very large support line. So if we're talking about long-term mentality for crypto, like a hodler mentality, somewhere here in this range, it's make or break for Binance Coin right now, because it's been on a mega uptrend for 4 years. This is not the greatest higher low bounce spot to have. It would be nicer if it could go higher and then would pull back deep, back down to like $50, $100 Binance Coin, get some liquidity back into the market, cheaper price, everybody could come back in, and then bounce to all-time highs. That's what normally happens. This is crypto, so anything's possible. But I would like to see a little cheaper Binance Coin. That would be nice for everybody all around, unless you're holding it from the top. But I'm saying, just like if you're cash, you're trying to buy something, low, high. Okay, if it hits the lower low, 215. Okay, if it's even lower, ooh, now I'm getting interested. 148 as an investor, ooh, $80 Binance Coin. It's better than $500, $700 Binance Coin, right? That's why it's always important to understand price trends and the history of it all. But this one's pretty easy in terms of investor analysis. Unless Binance has further lawsuit problem or something like that, there is a potential bullish upside down head and shoulders that could propel Binance Coin 50%, but that means Bitcoin has to go up as well. So that's a bullish target. The bearish target is the exact opposite of that. 132. This is very, very big long-term targets. So I'm not talking about day trading right here. So you can see the hesitation in the market, right? All of this in the box is resistance for the most part, right? All of this is just this resistance ceiling. So until the price proves to me it's going to actually bounce an uptrend, I'm not entering Binance Coin. Yeah, unless somebody wants to put on the risk now, right? Somebody wants to put the risk on now for a 2-to-1 play, 50% to the like if I just randomly bought now, it doesn't matter what the price is, just randomly bought now on this setup, that's what it is. 25% risk to the downside as an investment, 50% potential to the top side on medium or small to medium size amount of capital, so nobody's going to lose too much in one trade. Try to play the upside down head and shoulders, right? Because there is fear in the market, but the problem is it's related to inflation and interest rates. It's not quite the best spot to buy. It's not super oversold. There was a better setup about a week, 5 days ago. It's a little suspicious though. So we'll see. We'll see. I think in this case, if I'm question mark, I'll just put some alerts up. Okay. So mini Fibonacci this. Get some alerts up here on the day. So it's going to break out above 300. I want to know that. If you have a free account, you can put some alerts on. Resistance. Breakout setup, question mark. You might want to just watch that breakout. But again, since I like value, I like things lower price than high price. When I try to buy something, 275. Support entry play, question mark, right? I'll put one more down here at 200 just in case market crashes a lot. I want to know that as soon as it happens. Price support lows here, right? It's still in the downtrend, don't get me wrong. So please don't misinterpret what I'm saying here. It's low, high, low, lower, high. We could still definitely crash down one more time. It's just if all of a sudden in 1 week I see it do this and go up, then I might change my tune on that in terms of the setup. Okay, let's just move along here. Unless if somebody has a stock or crypto chart request, go ahead and let me know now. I'm probably gonna end in 5 to 10 minutes. So let's look at some additional cryptos. Let's go faster here. Running out of time. So just give some general price only analysis here on some of these cryptos. We'll look at Solana. Okay, Solana, same thing, trying to hold its support level here. This could be super bearish or it could just be a bullish support play. So in the long term, if we lose the support of the yellow bar I'm talking about in Solana, we could drop negative 50% to $15.62, which is a support play. So that's our bearish target. However, if this support level and Bitcoin holds and we bounce, you can get a nice value trade here of 50% or more, potential maybe 50 or 100% on Solana. But then Solana is not the most trusted, right? But the same thing applies. Where's the stop loss? $27. Sometimes I have to manually type it. So again, this is like an investment, 25%, and small amount of capital. I might trade Solana. We'll see what happens. You do have a double bottom here on the price as well. I'm ignoring the intraday right now because I know it could crash intraday. 4 hour. It's not quite ready to go yet. But if somebody has a 20% stop loss, none of that small fluctuation noise matters. It's all about if somebody buys here, is it going to end up here or is it going to end up down here? That's all that matters from the swing trading perspective, right? So this is risky though right now because if stock market continues to crash and does not bounce up into an uptrend for swing trading, crypto, if all cryptos lose their support, we're in bad shape. Cardano, a lot of cryptos, it's just the same thing. It's the consolidation, and if it breaks above the high, you might get an uptrend. It might just poke out, so don't get faked out. It might poke out and then come back down. I'm talking about real sustained trend, uptrend will be beautiful for crypto market. And then we would all love to buy right now in this moment in time, right? So that's why I have to start thinking ahead. If it really rallies 6 months from now, this is the perfect spot to buy. However, the flip side is true. If it continues to downtrend, I would not buy now. So the market needs to have a little bit of price action proving to do. Are we going to hold support? Yes or no? Are we going to break above resistance? Yes or no? That's things I'm thinking about as a swing trader. 20% volatility opportunity here. XRP already had its rally. I think I talked about this one last week. XRP in the triangle, watch out for the breakout. I might have said that, I don't remember. This week I was looking more at Ravencoin. Last week I was looking at Ravencoin, this week as well. But in terms of the support play, this is what I'm talking about. You're finding a level of support, potential setup. We identified the triangle last time. Okay. I think my target was here, 44 cents. Right. That's why there's a gray line. And we hit that target. Hit the higher low, boom. Then you get the bots and the FOMO reaction. Right? But trying to buy, where was the better spot to buy? Right here at 33 cents. Because it goes, oh, we're hitting the support, rally. Ooh, is it going to hold 33 cents? Yes. Answers yes. Boom. Go to the moon. That's what crypto does. That's how crypto operates. Operates with the 50%. Beautiful 50% rally. That's the measure move of this triangle. So the first part of the setup's already done. So I would not FOMO into this. I would not touch XRP until it comes down significantly. It's already overbought range, right? It's not oversold range on any of these smaller time frames, just consolidating up there. All EMAs uptrended. So you want to try to get value or just pass, right? No need to chase everything. We hit the, what is it, 786 target. Wonderful resistance right here. Beautiful. Hit that. So I'm hands off on XRP. The trade is done, basically. AVAX, different story. It's okay. So if from what I was talking about, when we were talking about VLCN earlier, if you're still in here, this is that bearish case scenario playing out exactly on VLCN. So you could see, I mean, not on VLCN, but this is that scenario that could happen. Because, right, you have an uptrending stock or crypto, and then at some point it's going to lose that support, and then once it rejects down here, this is exactly what happens, and it turns into a downtrend. So this is the textbook, this is textbook price patterns. Rising wedge turns into descending wedge. Uptrend turns into downtrend. Overbought gets shorted down. It's just so many, whatever setup you're doing is, there's examples. So okay, so this is the bearish scenario I'm talking about. You want to watch out for this happening. Like very specifically, this this part of the box right here, losing that support. Because on the fourth time it failed, this crypto stock failed, or this crypto failed, and then turned into a downtrend. But then at this point in time, the entire market crashed too. So what is this, August 11th? That's the top. So if we rewind to Bitcoin, what happened on August 11? August 11 is literally the top. And then Bitcoin crashed too. So for crypto, there's a very strong correlation. Now I'm curious, what happened on S&P 500 August 11? That was basically the top. It was basically the top. Close enough to the top, right? QQQ, what happened on August 11? That's the top, almost the top, 1 week before the top. So just watch out for these kind of plays. But now that it's already down at here, now it's playing support. Now it's playing support. We're gonna watch out for this. Are we oversold? No, not really. 4 hour. I would wish over 4 hours oversold, but that would mean the price has to be somewhere down here in the $14 range. Right, low, low, high, low, high, low, or high. Try to hit a lower low, and then the value entries here in the circle. Around $14 range, 13, 12, somewhere there. Wait, how long does someone have to wait for that? Only 1 week, maybe 2 weeks. Crypto's much faster than stocks. All right, we'll just zip along here, then we'll sign off for today. DOT, I do want to point out DOT is at our support level. So this is, DOT is very correlated with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin rallies, DOT will rally as well. So there's potential opportunity here if it doesn't keep crashing down in the medium term. DOGE had a nice pump, still holding above its trend line. So you can see here, kind of fighting here, the bulls and the bears. If it could hold above this trend line, which might be a little lower now, if you can hold above there, that'd be nice. But you can see if it starts rallying, if it holds at the support and rallies up, there's a lot of potential here in DOGE, right? Just because it popped up, just like XRP, let it come down. Let it come down. Test 60 cents. Is it real? Is it going to hold? We might get one more leg up later. If it's fake, pierce down to mid-50s. SHIB, okay, that's over. SHIB is just kind of fading down right now. Watch out for this kind of play. It's kind of towards the top of that descending wedge. So $1,000, I mean, not $1,000. Right? Just the number 1,000. I'm just going to call out easy numbers. 955 or 900, right? Is basically the support level down here. So when I see something like this, I'm not interested in buying at this particular point in time unless somebody's like a day trading leverage crypto trader. You know, we're looking at the wrong time frame for that. But for a swing trader, I'm looking for something like this, more patient. How long does it take to get down there? 2 weeks. 2 weeks. So, okay, maybe 2 weeks from now, the setup might be fresh to go. Right now, it's not fresh. It's not ready to go yet. It's fresh for bears. Bears would love to jump on that. Okay, MATIC. So MATIC already had its rally consolidating and kind of struggling here at the resistance zone in the blue spot. What's the volatility range here? About 40%. So MATIC flagging, but it's still sort of downtrending. Great. Hope this helps everybody. I'm going to end soon. Right? It's just flagging. So just watching the support level, even it's hesitating. But sometimes when you get a piercing support, that's actually the entry spot, right? Because if we're going to hold here, beautiful rally up to 85 if possible. Resistance target. Our support target, 67 to 57. I still have those highlighted, so it's ready to go for next time. Like I said, for trading, we try to buy low and sell high. Is this low? No, not really. It's actually rallied high in the short term. It might be low compared to 6 months ago or 1 year ago, right? But is it the lowest price of all time? No, that's why it's just depends on somebody's mindset, time frame. You're a day trader, you're a swing trader, you're a forever investor, you're a scalper, you just want to get, 0.2% profit, like what, it depends on the trader. Cosmos trying to hold its uptrend right now, although we haven't had a big pullback yet, so we'll be suspicious. I would like to see a big pullback, get oversold, refresh things, then you could go up. But the fact that Atom Cosmos is holding, very nice. Near, okay, near here with the, we did have a little short 1 hour, excuse me, a bullish 1 hour upside down head and shoulders up to the upside, boom. Lower high, lower low. All right, so testing support, we're just about to lose it. So next level support down, 350, 320, 288, somewhere here. Gonna watch out, but eventually this one will bottom out and you get one more lower high attempt on near, and that could be, it's a, $4, be like a 20% with 10% stop loss down here. Litecoin. All right, so Litecoin, when I traded Litecoin, I sold up here late August. I think it was late August. I don't even remember anymore, but the last time I traded Litecoin was, I sold it up here, probably here, and I didn't touch it again. So I'm waiting for somewhere around now. Litecoin is not the greatest coin anymore, but it's kind of like an old faithful, old reliable for a trade. Consolidating to the right. So this is the consolidation zone range, 25%. So if we lose it, negative 25 going down to 40, if it bounces back to the top, that's still a 30% range, right? So it just depends on somebody's risk tolerance, but this is looking very weak. It already bounced once. So the chance of it bouncing again, I mean, the whole market has to go up at that point. So I would be a little careful with this one. Hello, welcome. If you have any last minute requests, let me know. I'm about to sign off in about 5 minutes. I'm going to go even faster now. Just visually, let's see if there's anything very, very appealing. Uni, just trying to hold. It's still in the downtrend, but trying to hold the higher low in the price. Chainlink had its rally, but it's in a giant consolidation zone. So the whole market has to survive for Chainlink to really do something in the market, right? You see it just going sideways. So when it's consolidating, I mean, there's only 3 choices to do, right? You're either going to buy low, or you're going to buy high, or you're going to buy in the middle, or do not, like, you're going to buy, hold, or sell. So it's up to you, the trader. And managing one's position sizing. Here, let me just put the, right? It's only 3 decisions. You're going to buy, hold, or sell. And then how much money? What's the profit target? Where's the entry? What's the profit target? What's the stop loss? How much money am I willing to lose? First, stop loss. Calculate that. Very simple. How much money am I willing to try to gain on a decent, 2-to-1 risk reward ratio? What's the market? What's the fundamentals? What's the news? Just all sorts of those things. Just think, going around in your mind. I'm a trader. What's going on in the world? What's the sentiment? Are we going up? Are we going down? Tron here, not the most popular stock in crypto anymore, but Sometimes you want these flash crashes on Tron. Not these flash crashes, right? So with Tron, I know because the OG is an old crypto. Uh, this thing sometimes will have some weird flash crashes. So if you ever get that, that's a nice trade, but still downtrending. And if you go hold the support, all this liquidity right here for shorts, downtrending, but then also we have our bullish target 75 cents as well. All right, let's do this request here from KCL Trading View. Hi there, this is PBR. Okay. Are you talking about this, the Brazilian petrol company, PBR? Please confirm. You probably are. This is what these numbers are looking at. Entry at, so he's trying to make it short. Let's see what this is. So first off, before I even look at the whatever the numbers are, long term, this thing is still in an investment uptrend, but it's still downtrending with the market right now. Okay, so he's saying entry at 1241. And this is good because somebody is actually thinking about at least risk to reward by doing this, right? Okay, then where's stop loss of 50 cents or 1305? Okay, the price target of 1161. Okay, and are those numbers correct? Okay. Well, I get the mentality. If it was a true 2-to-1, the price target would be, I guess, lower at 1116. Maybe you're typing 1116, just numbers got flipped because that's the exact 2-to-1. All right, so I get what you're saying. All right. So the only issue I would caution right now is just in case this happens to be a support play. So we have to think about three scenarios, right? Because if when we're shorting, I try to sell high, buy low, right? Like it's the opposite. You're trying to short from here down to here, and somebody might have already start to close out their position here, right? Because this is that exact 2-to-1 trade. It's hard to time the exact top though, because technically right now, and it depends on how long you're going to hold it for too. But in general, if we're looking at the very short-term time frames, you just want to watch out that we're not going to get some kind of surprise bounce. What I'm saying, like on a 15-minute, because if the market bounces this week, potentially you might get stopped out, right? Because right here, it's already kind of low in the 15-minute, and if what I watch out for is pre-market to determine like 9 a.m. right before 9:30 is if it starts to look like this thing's about to blast off in terms of uptrend just for like a day or two, it might be in the danger zone for the stop loss. But if it looks like it's going to reject, hopefully it just goes up. And then if we get more selling, then your trade would be a safe trade. The only thing I'm worried about for this as trader is, it's kind of in that middle neutral zone. So it could go either way, right? This could be upside down head and shoulders on the 15-minute. And this thing could, has like a one strong magnet. About 2% volatility. So that would take it really close to the stop loss. So I would just watch for it. I mean, if you're committed to it already, I would just watch out for that. Just saying that might happen, maybe on the 515. It really depends on, are people going to sell Monday, Tuesday? That's the real question. Even I'm thinking about that right now. Even as a swing trader or day trader, because when everyone's in sell mode, at some point it stops and reverses and goes back to buying mode in terms of short squeeze. So just kind of, I'm really watching this hourly as well. So we did have the fear sell-off Thursday, Friday. Now we're going into Monday, Tuesday. Is this going to bounce? Is this going to upside down head and shoulders bounce on us into Monday, Tuesday, tomorrow, Tuesday because it's already low oversold. That's why I would caution and watch out for that. If you asked me this setup on Friday, I would be like, oh, probably great, right? Because the setup was there, and so it depends on, I guess, when you bought, if you already bought it or not. So it's up to you, and this is not financial advice. So just to sum that up, is if we bounce for Monday, Tuesday, just watch out for that because the market right now, like let's see, you go to SPY, it's kind of low hourly. So are we going to keep selling off Monday, Tuesday? That's the question, and that would help support your short case to take the trade. But if we start bouncing, I mean, I'm looking for some kind of potential short squeeze at some point, with like QQQ, right? Low high. If we can establish low, I'm gonna try to capture this lower high, which means green long. That's what I'm trying to do myself. Because it's a Brazilian petrol stock. Let's take a quick look at XLE, the energy sector ETF, just to get a little bit, see if we can find a little bit more clues about what's going on, right? So the short was here on September 14. That's what I'm saying. There's a definite short opportunity here on right here at the blue line because it was uptrending. You hit the lower low and then lower high and double top, and there's where I would short right here if somebody is really committed to it. If you're trying to get the best spot, and then you can see all this being captured. This is about the same time I was saying on my profile to short Nvidia. And you can see Nvidia went down negative 25 to 30%. So shorting now, there's additional risk because it's already hitting this lower low area. So at some point, it could keep going down to 66.73 or even retesting right here the 70.89 or $70 range itself. But you can already see it got fierce sold off for a couple of days. So high low. So just watch out for that, just in case we happen to bounce, right? Because the 1 hour right here on this at least on the XLE energy ETF, I'm looking for some kind of short 1 day. I shouldn't say that. Just like quick 1 day relief. Then maybe if we top out here, there could be another short opportunity to enter if it goes sideways and then goes down one more time. So that's something I'm watching out for. I might play it long myself. So we lost it. But I always respect traders coming with their ideas. And, this is a great example that Casey brought of, just managing risk with entry and stop loss and profit target. It's just a matter of timing, right? Even for me, if I'm too late or if I'm too early, it'll probably turn into a loss or something will go wrong. And Steve from TradingView also gave a good example of sometimes when the market's crashing, sometimes there's stocks that go up. That's strength, right? So not every stock is going down right now. Some of them went up, actually, the EV stocks, to name a few. A lot of energy stocks went down as well. So XLE, we'll just watch out for that. Hourly low, right? Why am I spending so much time on this? Because if I'm correct, this week, it's going to turn into a profitable trade at some point, whatever I'm trying to touch in the market, right? Stocks or crypto. As a trader, trading, buying and selling these assets, right? So just want to watch out for that. Right here, it's like a 3 to 6% range here on the XLE. All right, let's just end. Going a little over time today, but let's just take a quick look at USO. USO is in a downtrend right now, and you can see here, right here, that the weekly head and shoulders is kind of coming true. So watch out for that. Watch out for that. The 35% downside target is like $45. Way down here, $40, $50, right? So just watch out for that. If USO keeps failing and downtrending, I mean, there would be a actually opportunity on the inverse ETF, like an inverse oil ETF. So I might long that myself if it keeps going down, or just short some kind of energy stock later. But on UNG, here we have the head and shoulders that I called this 2 to 3 weeks ago, saying watch out for the pullback, the bounce, and then the downtrend. So somebody could have definitely 100% played that. So to wrap up the final examples is for PBR type of mentality is just in case it happens to bounce, like PBR is somewhere in this zone right now, right? So if it happens to actually reverse, it'll go up, but then there will be there might be another shorting opportunity after that lower high rally, and then short that down if it's gonna be like this, right? So those are kind of setups, short setups that you might have to like try 1 or 2 times. Like if somebody tries to short the bottom, it gets stopped out. Okay, cancel or sell, close it, and then wait to see like, okay, is it gonna top out here? Where's it gonna top out? You might have to look intraday. This is even 15-minute. Now I'm seeing it top out. Ooh, right here, head and shoulders. Okay, short right here on this liquidity. Short here, right? And then somebody would be successful on that short. The inverse is true. If you're a long only trader, then I'm trying to look for support right here. Support. Ooh, this thing's consolidating. This thing started to go up. Buy, right? Entry, profit target, stop loss. Let it go. And then 10%. Oh, I hit my target. Sell. Right? It's mechanical after a certain point. So the big target on UNG, negative 25% to the downside. About $20 is still the target, but there's a lot of Fibonacci support in between here. It's at 618, right at this trendline support. So UNG, let's see if this thing's going to bounce this week or not. It's a very accessible ETF, 4-hour oversold with the double MACD momentum bullish on the hourly as well. See if we can get a little rally going on here on UNG. A little quick pop up to like a $26 or $27 range. Okay. All right, everyone. I think I went a little bit too much over by 20 minutes today. But I just want to say thank you to everybody who's watching, chatting, supporting, who's in the market or looking at the market. Let's try to stay strong during this time. Bear markets, bear crashes, they're always tough mentally and financially. But if we play our setups and our strategies, then we have a higher chance of staying profitable over time. So thank you so much for joining here on TradingView, YouTube, and Twitch. I also have a Discord if anybody wants to join, like, or follow, or support. It's always appreciated. Hope you have a good week, and I will see you next weekend. Thank you. Bye-bye.